Oh my gosh, that's so fun. Stop Making Sense isn't just a concert film, it's a piece of music history. The Talking Heads' landmark performance, first released in 1984, has now been restored in 4K, and it is going to be back in theaters for its 40th, well, kind of 41st anniversary here. There's a special screening tonight in Glendale. And Jerry Harrison, founding member of Talking Heads, joins us live to talk about it. Thank you so much for being here.
It's my pleasure.
So you're kind of the technical guy. So you're really the one who was kind of charged with restoring this a little
That's
bit.
right. I mean, there was a guy named James Makowski who works with Francis Ford Coppola, who was...
Oh, just small-time guy.
He was handled fighting the negative and cleaning it, and then the new scan and new color correction. But I was involved with doing the sound, and there's a new system called Atmos that Dolby came out with that's 11 speakers in the ceiling and all around you. And so we had to start from scratch and redo it all.
Sounds a little important in a film like this.
And it is. And it is amazing now. You can kind of close your eyes and go, oh, I can see what he's doing over there. I can see it. You can kind of get further into it.
Yeah. Does it take you back?
Of course it does. And I mean, of course, I was watching it every day as we worked on it, so it's a little bit of a different experience for me. But when we premiered at the Toronto Film Festival in IMAX, and that was amazing. It's like, I go, Edna Holt's mouth is 6 feet tall.
You know, with being around for 40 years, 4 decades, when you look back at this film, are there special moments you remember? Or are there things you think the band has changed, in your opinion, over the years?
I think that, well, it really holds up.
Yeah.
And it's retained a special feeling. When people see that concert, when they come to the film, almost everybody walks away feeling joyful.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's a little bit is like, we have a nostalgia for a time that maybe seems a little simpler.
Yeah.
But the music seems to be very timeless. We seem to have new audiences that keep sort of regenerating themselves. Some, of course, are children of parents who were fans, but it's not just that. I actually think that we're more popular now than we were 10 or 15 years ago.
I was just reading that. You have had this resurgence with young people really interested in your music. My husband's a fan. We play music at the house all the time. Is it because younger people are also kind of interested in this, you know, in records and kind of retro landlines and that kind of thing?
I'm sure it's all of that, but I also think that 10, 15 years ago, people were like on radio programs that would go, music of the 80s. Music of the 70s, music of the 60s. Now people listen to playlists. And so we will be inserted into a playlist of contemporary artists because the computer or the person says, it kind of fits here. And people go, what's that? And you get out Shazam and go like, I'm going to listen to some more of that. So I think that we don't get date stamped in the way that we used to. And therefore, a younger audience is maybe a little bit more willing, if they're not exploring a time period, to go like, well, I got to hear more of that.
Yeah, actually, that's very fascinating. I'm sure it's happening with some other bands too. That I could think of. Can you go ahead and answer the question that everyone has when they meet you? Is when are you guys going back on tour?
Well, I can't answer it with like I know when.
Will you? I mean, is it possible?
I think it's very unlikely.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but. David has just made a new album and is on tour with that. And David has really been the one who goes, I don't like to look backwards.
But are you saying there's a chance?
Well, I guess I'm saying it's like there's not no chance, but, but I'm certainly not holding my breath.
I appreciate that. Obviously, at a screening like this, you're going to have a lot of fans coming up to you. What are some of the moments you end up having with fans these days?
Well, what I do is I have a discussion after the film where I talk about the restoration process because I was the one who was involved with it, so I can give more technical details. And there's always a lot of questions about that. But then I just kind of answer general questions, and it sort of personalizes the film. We always really encourage people to dance in the aisles.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah. You know, we always thought that this film, and I'd always had the hope that it would, like the Rocky Horror Picture Show, be like a Saturday night thing to go to the movies.
There you go.
And we succeeded in that, and it still does that. There's, where I live, the Lark Theater in Larkspur, every month plays Stop Making Sense one weekend, and people come and go like, that's my entertainment.
Well, as you said, I think it does bring people a lot of joy. So,
Absolutely, yeah.
Thank you, Jerry, so much for being here. Really appreciate it.
Well, I hope everybody comes tonight because it's going to be fun in Glendale.
In Glendale. And again, the concert film Stop Making Sense will be shown tonight at the Alex Theater, in fact, in Glendale. Jerry will introduce the movie. And as you just heard, he will be taking your questions afterwards. So come prepared with some good ones. For more information on how to get tickets, check out our website, kcalnews.com, and click Scene on TV.